Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our next episode recap of Black Lightning. Tonight's episode, the Book of Fate. So we had a lot of interesting things happen in this episode. Of course, in a previous episode, Anissa steps out on her own, tries to save her mom. So she does actually save her mom, but then she has to fight Black Lightning, who puts the work on her. And then so we have to have that family moment to find out, you know, Dad is Black Lightning, and we have to come to terms to that. So what's the next step? We're gonna do this one a little bit differently. Instead of addressing every single thing from the episode, we're gonna kind of take major themes of the episode and kind of just break them down bit by bit. So the first thing I want to talk about, one of the big revelations that we found out here, was that there's this ecosystem that Lady Eve and Gamby talked about in this episode. Apparently, Tobias is a habitual line stepper.
that line was the highlight to the episode because it lets you know how much of an ass he's actually being and going against the grain. And let me say on a side note, I think Gamby and Lady Eve used to...
It is possible, anytime we have this mentor-mentee relationship, it's a guy and a lady.
My one is more like milk in the mocha. But, Gamby look like he used to get down.
Gamby look like he likes to take long walks in the park.
Anywho, but I love how that's one thing that this show continues to show is the evolution of the criminals. Like, they're not stuck in this mindset of everybody toes the line and then eventually the hero works their way up the line through this villain and this villain. It shows that it's actually a working, like you said, ecosystem. If something upsets the balance, whether it's the good guys or the bad guys, the course has to be corrected. And Lady Eve was like, Tobias, he refuses to fall in line, so we gotta put him in line.
Right, and so to put him in line, they decide to cook up this plot. You know what? Joey Tomato is Tobias' right-hand man. So let's send Tobias a message. Let's pay Joey Tomato a good old visit. And so we got Run the Jewels. Shout out Run the Jewels. We got a blaring in the background. Gamby is in assassin mode.
No.
I'm sorry.
Lady Eve sent the messenger and Death was his name. Let's be real about this. That wasn't Gamby. That was the Death incarnate. And you can smell it as he walked through the room.
AKA Trench Coat Mafia.
AKA the Grim Reaper. Alright, John, let me know how you're feeling about this when my man Gamby, the Death Angel, came to send Joey Tomato to his early grave.
I loved it, actually. First of all, okay, not only did I love it, but I had so many questions. One, is Gamby in hand? Because he threw homeboy straight through a glass window with Eve. And look at Gamby. Come on now. Gamby up there. He up there in years.
Gamby got a high power level.
Exactly. I'm going to say it. This was the best Batman we've ever seen in recent cinema. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that.
You going there?
No, I'm going there. He was a better Batman than Ben Affleck.
I'll drive you there. I agree.
Thank you. Do I have to pay for this Uber? No. Okay. Yeah.
What you got?
It's so many layers to break down here. The fact that he's this level of a hitter. First of all, let's step back to when Jefferson was a kid. How much of a threat was he back then?
Yeah.
He could have owned the streets, but the way that the way
he told him he could have owned the street,
but the way he executed this hit, and he didn't even break a sweat. He was walking the entire time, and he walked up to the old dude. He was like, when he killed him, he was like,
"Who are you, blam?"
But then he was like, "No. I want you to know who sent you to hell." I was like, you are a cold piece. That's some cold ass dinner right there.
Exactly.
He could have killed him and let him sit on his way. He was like, no, I am your crypt
And it
keeper.
just makes him the best character because in this one scene he is this stone cold killer, and then in this next scene, like he's running up the stairs excited about the new suit he's gonna build.
He had more enthusiasm for the suit than he had for the murder. The murder was like, I need to go to check my mailbox.
Pretty much. I mean, like, love what you do, and not let it do you. And then came back later like, Jefferson, man, you should have called me. I was at Zaxby's. I could have got you. Like, damn, I know you like the kick and chicken. You should have told me. Like, he didn't just commit murder. Like, he didn't do that at all.
All right, so moving forward. So not only did Hitman Gamby, wet up the place, he also left a message, of course, with some bodies for Tobias. It was a box that Lady Eve gave him. So we see Tobias, he's chilling with his sister. She comes with the bad news. His sister comes in with the bad news. And it was like, Joey, he's gone. This box was left for you. And of course, it's the white dust that we've been hearing reference to as far as albinos being grinded up. So he knows that Lady Eve was behind this. And he is pissed. All right. So it seems like he's about to, do something reckless. But he actually has a good idea. And he's like, you know what? We're going to get even. But we're going to make it look like I didn't do it. We're going to make it look like Black Lightning did it. So a little further in the episode, we have this situation where his goons are coming in with electric guns, and some stuff happens, man. Lady Eve has her moment, and I gotta say, I was turned on by this.
So the fact that she used her employees as a shield, it was like, no, I need to survive this, was a plus. But as cool as Lady Eve was, employee of the month has to go to the guy in the casket.
Yo, we thought that she came out on the other end of this. She, she killed the people trying to come after her, but there was one more surprise and didn't see it coming.
So I have a second declaration. I've already made a bold statement already tonight. I'm gonna make a second one. That was the best Amanda Waller we've had in live action in a long time. That's a free Uber. That's a free Uber ride. Thank you. You're for everything like Lady Eve was the best Amanda Waller we've had in a long time.
This man keeps making bold statements tonight, and at first we hear her walk out, and then he makes them, and I think about it, and I was like, you know what? You got it.
But one thing we're skipping over is the graphicness of the way they murdered her.
Yeah.
Because when they came back and showed, she was charred the fuck up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there was no laying her down to rest whatsoever. Like the level of clout she has in this community was thrown out the window, which shows the level of savagery of Tobias. And we even caught some of that at the beginning of the episode. But to bug the system to this level, to have the forethought to set up Black Lightning like this.
Yeah, but this was what they addressed actually episodes ago, and I'm glad that they brought this back. Remember, the sister came with the plan, like, let's make the community hate Black Lightning. Now we're starting to see that this is actually coming into play. Black Lightning just killed a community figure who, we know is a bad guy, but everyone else thinks is a very good person, a pillar of the community.
Electric guns, really? Where did that come from?
So electric guns did come out of nowhere, because I thought we just jumped into the future and it was a space battle.
I know.
But,
I thought they would just use a taser. They Marty McFly the hell out of it.
Hey, apparently when you live as long as Tobias and you got money, you can do what you
All I know is Tobias said light her up, and they took that literally.
All right, moving on. So while all this is going down, at the same time, we have Black Lightning making his move. He's like, I finally found Tobias. He got this jazz club running, and I'm going to go see about him. And so he goes out, works his way through some goons. Of course, we got Underworld out there, throwing bullets or whatever it is that she does. And so Black Lightning is taking none of this. He has force fields up. He's using his powers, using the suit, and inadvertently he deflects. It looks like he deflects a bullet that hits Tobias' sister, and it clipped Tobias too. But we know that he's kind of immortal, semi-immortal, whatever the hell they want to explain.
Not the way he took that bullet. Oh shit! What a take back. But
Medic.
one thing I love about this scene, it shows that no one is safe. And I love that. Like, anybody can get got at any time. So, you know, most of the time, like I said, when we watch shows like this, though that guy's safe until like the 3rd season. Well, no, you can actually get capped in episode 9. And I love that aspect of it too. Also, the theme of the actual, you know, thought process of the person who thinks in the organization, the thinking will behind Tobias is actually gone now. So is he going to be a loose cannon now? This was the person keeping him in check. Like, look, you can go off on a rage tantrum, but if you listen to me, I can help you, you know, guide your way through this through this ecosystem.
And this is what we were talking about with Lady Eve, is that she actually kind of inadvertently caused this. Like, you know, Joey was one of his people, not necessarily keeping him in check, but, you know, it's one of his favorite people to keep around. And then you got his sister, man, and she just got hit. And so now who's going to keep Tobias in check? You just pretty much disrupt the whole ecosystem yourself.
You took the fucking collar off.
But the sister did warn him, if you do this, some shit was going to happen.
Yeah, she did.
And honestly, he shouldn't have stepped over that line.
Yep, he's a habitual line stepper.
Jumping jacks.
All right, moving on. There's another plot point. There's another big plot to this episode. So we've already pulled the Band-Aid back, and Anissa knows that her dad is Black Lightning. And so you've been saying this the entire time.
Oh God, the level of hypocrisy has finally been addressed. But in a strange twist, he actually brings it up himself.
And that's what I love about this show. It's like, just when we think that, you know, there's some flaws about this, they actually address the flaws within the show.
Now, one issue that I have, especially, now, I'm glad, you know, they're finally getting to a point where, you know, the family's in on it, but like, you're leaving Ant Farm out now too. Why not bring everybody in on this? Because now she's the odd man looking out, and we can see how intelligent she is.
Right.
She was able to rationalize and break down their normal behavior pattern and say, you guys acting weird now.
Right.
But my thing is, now she's the odd man out, which can later have some developmental issues on her now.
Well,
I have a feeling that it won't go that far, because I have a theory that by the end of the season she's going to have her powers too. And so it's going to be a family thing.
and I think just like how we didn't expect them to call out the hypocrisy, I think they're going to address that, if not the next episode, like at least sometime before this season ends.
Now, my main question is, how much more can the mother take at this point?
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about her.
All right. So I do love that she just jumped straight to the issue at heart. She knows her daughter. She knows she's going to do what she wants to do. So she said, as much as I don't like it, Jefferson, you have to train her. If she's going to step out and try to be a hero and be like you. So if she's going to do it, you should be right there with her, training her. And I love that.
2 seconds. When Gabby found out he got the green light, he was like, I got your suit. Bulletproof.
I got that.
Waterproof.
You got that.
Fireproof.
You got that too.
Fly as hell. It checks all the boxes.
And then so it's like, will there be a cake?
Nah, darling. Nah, darling. There will be no cape, darling.
No capes. No capes.
What were you saying?
So 2 things regarding Lynn. One, I liked how they flipped the script on us, and she was the first one to be like, let's tackle his head on, and Jefferson was like, no. And then second, I can't believe we didn't point this out throughout the entire series, but it seems like Lynn is going through the 5 steps of grieving, as it were, and she's on acceptance now in regards to this whole situation.
Possibly.
Because we saw her with anger, we saw her with bargaining, we kind of saw her with depression, and she's on acceptance now.
Yeah.
And I like how they circle kick that around for us.
I'll say this too. I wonder if Lynn's thinking is not only will you watch Anissa, but Anissa will watch you, since you be your brain that bleeding and shit. I'm still not on that shit.
One thing that I'm glad they addressed too is like when they sit down and towards the end, and he's telling her, it's like, okay, we'll go out and we'll fight as a unit now. And he's like, one thing that I loved about it, he's like, you will fail. Like it's like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. There will be times out there where you will make the wrong decision. I'm not the greatest guy. I'll tell you what I know, but you will fail in some aspect. And I love the fact that he's being real with her.
Right. But she still has the lens of, you know, you're a perfect father. I understand. I go against you sometimes, but, you know, you're perfect in my eyes.
Well, not even just that. It's just how this superhero gig, you set out to save the people, and you think, well, every day is going to be a win. He's like, no, you're going to lose people on this journey.
Right.
And at some point, people will actually hate you.
And he kind of needed that because, you know, like it's been dug into our brain since this show started. As Black Lightning and as his regular Jefferson Pierce self, like, they see this man as beyond human. Mm-hmm. Like, he can do anything.
He's more than just a man.
Exactly. And he needs to be able to be real with someone.
Right. Okay, so last thing before the episode ends, of course we get the plot point that Inspector Henderson thinks that Black Lightning took out Lady Eve, and so we'll address that in the future, but we're not really going to touch that right now. But man, out of nowhere, we were actually just kind of discussing this during the episode. We were like, out of nowhere, Lady Eve is taken out. We're thinking she's going to be the big bad for the rest of the season, and then now we now have Tobias on the top of the food chain, and then who comes back?
So,
Lala, out of nowhere.
Lala wakes up at a Motel 6 with random stains on a coffee sheet. And he wakes up and the mother of the woman that the mother of the...
Yeah, the
LaWanda.
Yeah, the lady he killed resurrects him apparently.
Or he sees a vision, it's like she does the line again that Tobias said before he did. At some point in the series, like, do you believe in the resurrection? And then her spirit, ghost, whatever,
finds his body.
I'm gonna let you know what I believe. I believe Lady Eve ain't dead.
That's where I'm going to.
Cause you don't be sitting there poking around with dead bodies, but I learned a little voodoo. You ain't gonna put, you know, some nutmeg in a box and hand it to Gambi.
I want to throw something out there too. One, those things were random. They weren't. Two, the only villain I can think of out of DC canon who this might be, and this is a long stretch, but it may be this guy called the Tattooed Man. And the only reason I say that is because LaWanda turned into a tattoo and was tattooed on her chest.
Shit, you might be right. I didn't think about that.
Okay.
But how did he come back to life?
Green lighting.
We don't know yet.
Jefferson, oh, glowing ass on top of that building. It looked like the McDonald's arches. It's Tobias in the club, man. It's in the club.
He botched the shit out of that because he bumped doors up and hoping he hit Tobias. I was like, dude, you gotta learn from Gambi. Gambi, he spotted his target out. He set shit up. He had prep time. You just running up in there, Tobias! Am I the only person that think Tobias sister died just out of spite? Yeah. Fuck you, Black Lightning.
So thank you everyone for checking out this episode recap of Black Lightning, the Book of Fate. Let us know what you liked about the episode. What do you look forward to? What questions you have? What are your speculations? Hit the notification bell. Every time we upload a new video, you'll get the notification. Subscribe. Tell people about us. This man, week after week, I don't know how he does it. He just reviewed The Flash tonight.
The drugs help.
There may or may not be drugs involved, but he does it. He does it. He does it for you guys. Of course, Thursdays we also review Arrow. Somehow
The alcohol helps.
the alcohol helps. Okay. So come back next week, next time. There's a Black Lightning episode, and we'll be there to give our recap. Peace.